Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Dear the Venerable Sangha, dear devotees, tomorrow morning we are going to start our intensive meditation program. During the Vassana, we had been completing 2 intensive programs. This is the last one. So our Buddha all the time encouraged for meditation developments. Through the meditation practice, mindfulness development, concentration development, wisdom development, Buddha encouraged for us. Many of the venerables, because of this teaching, because of this encouragement, many of the venerables and many of the devotees, they could attain path process. During the Buddha time, so Buddha preached this kind of Dhamma, so many they attained. Among them, Venerable Sariputta become highest of the wisdom. In the Bhikkhuni side, also Bhikkhuni Kema became highest in wisdom. The Bhikkhuni was the queen for the King Bimbisara. She was very beautiful. Didn't like to go to see Buddha. Reason is Buddha not praising the beauty. Buddha always look down the beauty, always focus in the repulsiveness of the body. She don't like to listen it. But the soldiers, they recite Buddha quality and also monastery beautifulness, had been reciting, had been chanting. She want to see, she got desire to see the monastery, but not the Buddha. But when she was going there, Buddha had been preaching. So she cannot go away. She go there, then see, Buddha had been preaching, 2 very beautiful women. They are panning to the Buddha, very beautiful one, beautiful than her. So gradually the women, they got of middle age, old age, then after that sick and die, remain born, skeleton only fall down to the earth. She had been focusing it. So finally she could attain Arahant. Later king also allowed her to ordain. She ordained in Bhikkhuni Sasana and she became highest in wisdom. One day she come to pay respect Buddha by sky. She had the psychic powers. She could come by sky. Now she is on the sky and coming to the Jetavana monastery to pay respect Buddha. Buddha had been preaching to the King Sakka and his followers. King Sakka and followers also coming to Buddha at night time and listen Dhamma from Buddha. On that time, Buddha had been preaching. She saw Buddha is preaching now to the King Sakka. If go inside, it is disturbing. Outside, she paid respect to the Lord Buddha and go back. Then King Sakka asked Buddha, Bhante, who came this time at night by the sky? Buddha explained, she is my daughter. Daughter means attain Arahant one. So that venerables, if I attain one, Buddha says my son. Daughter means attain Arahant one. She is my daughter. She come to pay respect. Buddha explained she was the queen for the King Bimbisara. So that she later listened Dhamma, attained Arahant. Now she is the highest in the wisdom among the Bhikkhunis. Buddha had been explaining. So that time, so the Buddha preached small Dhammapada to the King Sakka and followers. The Dhammapada is coming from the Brahmana Vagga. Gambhira panyang metaving magga maggassa kovidang uttamattang anupattang tamahang brumi brahmanante. Very simple, smallest Dhammapada verse. Buddha says, the path and not path clearly understand because of the wisdom. They develop deep Dhamma with the Vipassana practice. And later they complete Arahant path. We call them as the Brahmin. The Brahmins means they complete Arahant path and also they know the path and non-path so that they develop all the practice. So Buddha had been explaining. So among the King Sakka and many followers, among them many devas, they could attain some path process. Here in the verse explaining path and non-path and also correct training and also what is Arahant, all they are contained inside the Dhammapada. So the Buddha in this verse explained path and what is not path. So that Magga and Amagga, that you know the path, there is a path for all the things in the world. If anyone go to the hell, they follow a path, then they go to the hell. If anyone go to the celestial, they follow a path, they go to celestial. If anyone go to the happiness, they follow the path, they go to the happiness. Liberation, they follow the path, they get the liberations. For all the things, there is a path. If you study something, so later you are skillful on these studies. So because of you are following it, that path. So that same way, for us, ordained one, also we have the path. This path, we follow, we can change ordination life. If not follow, we cannot change ordination life. This is called path and not path. Next 20 days, our intensive period. We can do two things. One thing we can do is we can practice intensive. Morning until night time, we maintain our meditation object. We train continuously practice. One thing. Another thing is we lazy. No, now morning because of early morning cannot practice. Afternoon because of afternoon cannot practice. Some reason. So that lazy practice, heedless practice, pamada practice. So pamada practice, all the time we are protecting our defilements. If anyone pamada, heedless, we are protecting our greed, our hatred and delusion, conceit. All the defilements we are protecting. Our heart, our mind full of the defilements. Those defilements continuously remain in our heart. That means samsara protecting. We are maintaining samsara continuously. Rebirth cycle. We are maintaining continuously this life to next life. Again we have to suffer. Means we are heedless. We are not heedful practice. So that we are ordained venerables. Externally we shave very beautiful. And we have very beautiful robe externally. But internally our mind is spoiled. Bad smell, greed, hatred, delusion, conceit, these things inside our heart. So internally bad, smelly, but externally you are very beautiful. So this is called heedless practice, that less effort practice. This practice no use for the ordination life. So later you will be not happy of your ordination practice. You cannot continue. So second one is the heedful practice. We know some difficulties with us. Morning had to wake up, daytime had to maintain practice, until night time had to maintain some difficulties, even though we are maintaining our practice. The heedful practice or effortful practice. This kind of practice, beginning even difficulty with the defilements, Sometimes later all the defilements under control. Your happiness coming up, defilements later disappear. Mind get pure, you are pure-minded. Now your ordination life externally, sometimes you shave or not, your robes beautiful or not, internally your heart is beautiful. Your mind is beautiful, mind is pure, pure-minded. So this pure-minded ordination life is brighter. Sometimes you are not shaved, you are not wearing proper cloth. Your robe dirty, sometimes not good one, even though your heart is no created delusion, no defilements under control. Heart is pure, pure-minded. So ordination life is more shining, more brighter. This is called heedful practice, so appamada practice, so effortful practice. So during these 20 days, we have to understand which one we are following. We are following the protecting greed-hatred delusion path or subsiding. You can decide. So that Buddha always encourages us to practice heedful. So we determine during these 20 days effortful morning wake up, and daytime we maintain continuous practice until 7-8 o'clock. So this determination together, we try to clear up our heart, we try to beautiful our heart with the Dhamma practicing. So the Buddha encourages us to develop the concentration, develop the mindfulness, develop the wisdom. If we are practicing during this period, very easily maintain the concentration and mindfulness. Some they think concentration not necessary. If the concentration don't have, means our Dhamma development very weakened. Morning you have the concentration, that time the Dhamma understanding very deep, even in no concentration, Dhamma understanding all gone. To maintain this Dhamma understand, we need concentration. Morning we need, afternoon we need, tomorrow we need, then your understanding part easily remain with you. If not, all the understanding part disappearing. So that concentration is one of the very important thing. So mindfulness is also one of the very important thing, need mindfulness. The wisdom part, vipassana knowledge, also very important thing. Sometimes we are trying to develop vipassana, wisdom various way. We think listen Dhamma, wisdom can develop. We think some reading, wisdom can develop. Some other duties, wisdom can develop. Chanting, wisdom can develop. Yes, can do. But very small percentage, not even 1%. 99% of the wisdom we have developed with the vipassana contemplations. So wisdom is real wisdom come with the vipassana contemplation. We are thinking we have the wisdom, but it's not the correct one. It is wrong view. We are thinking we have wisdom. It is wrong view. Reason is we are focusing with the ditti, view factor, mental factor, I, me, myself. Together with their focusing means not the correct one. Correct one is see through the Dhamma, not for the person. See through the Dhamma is the correct wisdom. One day when you come to the correct wisdom, means the world natures you can focus through the Dhamma. That time you understand. Earlier, I had been thinking that I have wisdom, but it is ignorant. It is wrong view. I thinking I had been having wisdom, but real wisdom is you have to see the Dhamma through the worldly natures, not the person. So this kind of wisdom we need to train. So in future we have to train many things. Those Dhammas we can experience if you are effortful. If not, you never experience these deeper Dhammas. So we determine during these 20 days, we determine to maintain the effortful practice, energetic practice in the correct way. Correct path we determined to train during these 20 days. So the Buddha encouraged us to develop the meditation practice. In the worldly people, they are working very hard for their life. You know that some of the subjects, they are working very hard. Sports people, they are working very hard for sport developments. And some other things also same. They are very hard for their life. All in one. If we are not doing means our less effort. Actually our practicing period, not much. We are thinking intensive period means very big period. No. With comparing worldly people, still we are in the low level. Sometimes they are working up very early in the morning and also go to the office, and daytime also many work, nighttime also many work. So all in one, we had to wake up early in the morning and practice only these 20 days, not continuously. But wise people one, they train continuously. So this, even if we cannot maintain this level, means we are not proper people. We are not correct one. We never can develop the meditation. If we cannot train at least this level, means we are very weak one. So we can focus ourselves with the earlier one, earlier meditation retreat, whether we had done correctly, yes, then good. You have experienced calmness, comfortableness, brightness. If not done, means you are definitely not developed one. Very easily find some reason. Many of us, we try to find out some reason. Or that very easy find. But you yourself get cheated, not the teachers. Teachers, they are doing their work, encouraging you. But you yourself get cheated. So you have to suffer samsara for a longer period. So therefore that we determine during this period, maintain continuous practice. Especially for base of mindfulness. Kaya Anupassana. We train. So Buddha explained, practice 4 base of mindfulness, not the one. We need 4. If Kaya Anupassana only you practice, your mindfulness can develop up to 20%. Vedana Anupassana also another 20%. Chitta Anupassana another 30%. Dhamma Anupassana another 30%. Only 100% completion of the mindfulness. So Kaya Anupassana focus in body, breath in, breath out, or that bodily postures, or you can focus bodily parts and food contemplation. All this related to body, we call Kayanupassana. It's conventional, but you can develop some of the meditation. We have to focus continuously. Whole day have to focus. If you maintain your anapana, breath in, breath out, also you are developing Kayanupassana. Vedananupassana means you are focusing the feeling of the object. If you focus breath got some feeling. This feeling you focus. So you're keeping steps, you focus your feeling of the steps. It's called Vedananupassana. Chittanupassana is mind. You are focusing mind. We focus at the Chittanupassana. Consciousness. Your breath in, breath out, focusing mind. We focus at the Chittanupassana. That mind, consciousness, steps, lifting mind, keeping mind, or lifting, moving, keeping, or any of the left-right movement, focusing. It's called Chittanupassana. Dhammanupassana means ingredient there. If you focus breath, breath means many ingredients. You know the breath means many air particles go in, go out. Among these air particles, you know, when you breathe in, many oxygens, about 20%. But we breathe out time, many carbon dioxide. So this kind of airs we are all the time taking in, taking out. So many dhammas there. It's called Dhammanupassana, is material and mentalities. Many in the cognitive process, billion of the cognitive process complete when you see one breath. One breath means if you focus your mind, billion of the mentalities. Breath out means billion of the mentalities. So many mentalities, many materialities together is called breath. This focusing, detailed focusing called Dhammanupassana. Legs, steps, your focus. So your legs means many particles, billion of the particles there in your leg is moving. Mentalities, many billion of the mentalities when you are moving time. These two focus is called Dhammanupassana. That means detailed focus, Dhammanupassana. So this detailed focusing, various angle you can do. Focusing mind also various angle you can focus. All those focusing develop your wisdom part. So the meditators, they have to train these four ways of mindfulness. Kayanupassana, had to train Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana, Dhammanupassana, all those training with you. So definitely you can experience deeper mindfulness, you can experience deeper concentration, you can experience deeper wisdom. So not only that you can have the very clear practice of Dhamma, so and also later concentration and attainments. All these things you can achieve with the continuous training of four basic mindfulness. So we determine during this period training for base of mindfulness. So the meditation program, we should not think that it's very difficult thing. Actually, it is very simple thing. You can focus yourself earlier before ordination. Sometimes you had been working very hard than this one. It's very small, hardness only, not difficult. We should keep our effort for continued practice, and also we have to follow the rules. So venerables, they have to come the sitting before starting, and also we have to maintain sitting during the sitting period. After bell ringing only we have to get up, because we have to maintain inside very peacefulness. If not, it disturbs into the other meditators, it is harmful for background. So this way we maintain peacefulness all the time and mindfulness all the time. Here in a lower monastery and also lower monastery two places, here in the Sima, New Sima and Old Sima, and also the middle mountain, Kospatha, and also our nunneries and also Dharmayatanas and other few places. All the venerables we determine to continue this practice during these 20 days. In an earlier retreats also we know our venerables working very hard for meditation development. So we had the wish during the Vassana, many venerables experienced the concentration. Already actually we completed this part, our wishes. In our last two retreats, many venerable experienced very good results. So this is our last retreat. We hope many they can experience very good results. So we determine during this retreat have very deep meditation experiences and wish all of us may able to have the concentration, mindfulness and wisdom development. Wish all of us able to attain all the path, fruitions and nibbana. Teruvan saranai. අපි එහෙනම් පින් අනුමෝදන් කරමු කෙටියෙන්. We share the merits briefly. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idang o ñāti nang o tu sukita ontu ñātayo. Idang o ñāti nang o tu sukita ontu ñātayo. Idang o ñāti nang o tu sukita ontu ñātayo. Hetavata cammehi sampatam punya sampadam. Sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutā anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattha anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ākāsattā ca bhummattā devā nāgā mahittika. Puññantang anumoditva cirang rakkantu sambuddha sāsanam. Cirang rakkantu sambuddha desanam. Cirang rakkantu sambuddha sāvakam. चिरं रक्षन्तु मां परन्ति अस्मिन् विहारे चारामे अधिवत्ता च देवता अनुमोदित्वा इमं पुण्यं रक्षन्तु जिनशासनं सब्बे सत्था च मज्जत्था हिता च मे अनुमोदित्वा इमं पुण्यं भुज्यन्तु अमृतं पदम् इमिना पुण्यकम्मेन मामे बालसमागमो सतं समागमो होतु यावनिब्बानपत्तियाम् इमिना पुण्यकम्मेन मामे बालसमागमो सतं समागमो होतु यावनिब्बानपत्तियाम् इमिना पुण्यकम्मेन मामे बालसमागमो सतं समागमो होतु यावनिब्बानपत्तियाम् इमाय धम्मानुधम्मपटिपत्तिया बुद्धं पूजयामि इमाय धम्मानुधम्मपटिपत्तिया धम्मं पूजयामि इमाय धम्मानुधम्मपटिपत्तिया संघं पूजयामि अद्धा इमाय पटिपत्तिया जातिजरामरणं परिमुञ्चिष्यामि कायेन वाचा चित्तेन प्रमादेन मया कृतम् अच्चयं कममे बन्धे भूरि पञ्चतथागत कायेन वाचा चित्तेन प्रमादेन मया कृतम् अच्चयं कममे धम्म सन्दिट्ठिकालिकम् कायेन वाचा चित्तेन प्रमादेन मया कृतम् अच्चयं कममे संघ पुण्यकृत अनुत्तरम् साधु साधु साधु।